Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So far in November, we've been having some pretty good green days. So I hope everybody is making some decent money out there. So today I want to talk about some indicators that might be helpful for owners of JPY, Triple QY, and IWMY. So I know there's a lot of data that's out there, and you want to try to minimize the amount of noise out there. So I thought like these indicators might be helpful for anybody that's in the Defiance ETFs and even for YieldMax ETFs. I think some of this information could be helpful as well. So the main component for most of these high yield ETFs, they're either selling covered calls or cash secured puts. So they're very similar strategies in that they're capped upside, so most of the dividends that we're getting is in the form of options premium, and one of the key components of options premium is volatility. So that's why we want to keep an eye on this. So I think most people here are familiar with the VIX. This is the volatility index for the S&P 500 index, SPX. So this is more broad-based focused and the more large cap focused. So in theory, like higher volatility means more money in our pockets. But I also want to bring to your attention there are other volatility indexes out there. So if you have the triple QY or just like the regular triple Q or any of these similar base products, you might want to consider also looking at the VXN. Um, so just for an example, uh, since the market has been going up, that means volatility has generally been going down because generally speaking, when the market is up, people feel a little bit more relaxed, and they're not as willing to buy insurance. So either they're buying, generally most of the time, uh, when people are afraid, they buy puts. And you can kind of see that as like, for the month of November, it's been generally been trending down. So I think going forward, at least for like maybe the next payout, uh, we should kind of mentally prepare ourselves that as a triple QY holder, I expect the premium to be a little bit lower. So this is why it's good to kind of keep track of like these indexes in general. Oh, and there's actually a typo here. Um, the RVX, this should be actually let me type this in. This should really be for the IWMY or like the regular IWM. So these are good for people that are tracking like the small cap indices, the Russell 2000. So the RVX, as you would expect, since the market has been going up, generally the demand for options has been going down. So likewise, we should also expect the first IWMY payout to be maybe not as good as we would hope, but there's always a chance that since this is a really relatively new uh, zero DTE option based product, there's a chance that you we might be able to get in at a better price later down the road. So it's something to consider. And there's also something called VIX 1D. So this is particularly helpful for people that are in the JEPY, because this volatility index reflects the zero DTE. Well, actually, I should say it reflects the volatility for the 1 day options. So it should be very close to the zero DTE options. So for JEPY owners, you actually have a choice between VIX or VIX 1D. So the VIX, the regular VIX reflects like the 30-day options, whereas the VIX 1D will be probably like a better proxy for JEPY. So you can probably look this up on cboe.com directly. Uh, I'm not sure if all brokerages exchanges support VIX 1D yet, but I think, for example, like the Tasty Trade and Thinkorswim, they have this. Uh, the ticker symbol might be a little bit different depending on which platform that you're using, but it's generally uh, try to look for VIX 1D, and then usually in your if you type it in, like they'll show like a drop down of similar VIX products. You should be able to get it, but if you can't, you can just go directly to cboe.com and then kind of do a search for it there to look for the VIX 1D. Unfortunately, I couldn't find 1 day versions for VXN or RVX. I would think that would make sense in the future for them to include that as well, because I think that would be pretty helpful. But the idea is the same. You want to kind of keep track of like the sort of like the overall trend, and not just like a specific number, uh, just so you can kind of get an idea of what to expect for future payouts. So in closing, I just want to thank everyone that's subscribed so far. You guys have been great. And I hope I can keep this momentum going into like the holiday season and also the new year. So I hope everybody's been making good money so far, and thank you for subscribing and liking. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.